to American Leadership Academy Closing Program, November 8, 2023. My people, y'all hello. Hello. Okay. I took you guys to Liberia just now. Today, we are very happy to have all of you today at this program. We are going to take you on a journey across continents. Hopefully, that will be inspirational. In our program today, we will have speeches. We will honor our graduates. We will also pay tribute to our beautiful city, Columbus. And at this moment, we'd just like to recognize all of the members of the alumni family, NALA, present in the house. We recognize our council member, Lourdes Barrister Dipadja. We also recognize the CTV team and all of the supporting family members that are here to celebrate this evening with us. Thank you for coming. On October 11, we had a big table. We joined Columbus Foundation as NALA and others across the city to just talk about issues of concern. For our NALA Big Table, we talked about what it means to be welcoming. When you hear the word welcoming, what comes to mind? I'd just like to share with you all this evening a few of those words that others shared. For some, when they hear the word welcoming, they think of an opportunity. They also think about hospitality. They think about belonging, friendship, safety and acceptance, warmth, exploration, enjoyment, positivity, being human, as well as kindness. This evening, as we take you all on this journey across continents tonight, we want to just say thank you for coming. And I would just call on the Deputy Director, Mr. Todd Defendifer of the Department of Neighborhood, to bring to us his opening remarks.
Good evening, everyone. I am so excited to be here. I think just take a moment and let a breath out. You've made it. You're here. 8 months later, I think we started in this room. You've gone through a journey over the past 8 months coming together as a group. We were just having a conversation earlier of how this is almost like a reality show in a sense of all these people come together, nobody knows one another, and you go through this process and you do great things together and come out at the end. And I know the WhatsApp group and other things are going crazy, all kinds of things happening, connections being made. So it's super, super excited to be with you here tonight and offer congratulations on the part of the Department of Neighborhoods, Director William Scott, and the entire team on this accomplishment here tonight. Definitely grateful to the alumni for being here. Excited to see so many out with us this evening. Great that you can be here to welcome a new class to the alumni group, ever growing and a robust group. I think as you hear from the class speaker in a little bit, you're going to be impressed with what they did. I think every year we say each class, they blow the doors off. They do a great job. And this class is no exception. So no hard feelings towards previous classes, but these guys, they got it done. They got it done this year. I think as tonight shows, Columbus is a global city. And right here in the Michael B. Coleman Center, we're illustrating that. The world is here in Columbus tonight. I think this group, as a group of NALA fellows with 29 different languages, 16 different nations, just illustrates, again, how our community is growing and the importance of our new Americans to the success of Columbus. This class is impressive. We have master's degrees, PhDs, JDs, MDs among the class here. You're working in education, government, healthcare, public policy, leadership, training, communication, social services, and more areas, in addition to also a number of you being parents and all of you being community leaders in what you're doing. Your service project really illustrates how important all our new Americans are to the health and vibrancy of our city. Through your service project, you help to advance the education of the new American community by providing resources and knowledge about leadership, development opportunities, citizenship, and much more. You already stepped up with a number of you going to City Council to advocate for policy changes to help new American businesses. I know members of the group also went to the Child Development Council of Franklin County as part of this process. So you did not wait for this effort to finish, to start engaging and using what you're learning, and we appreciate that. And I do have to note that your efforts, even through your service project, are being impactful. Just yesterday, you did the event at the library. I believe some ESL classes came out of as part of that. And so just yesterday was on a call. We were talking about things going on in the community and how important those ESL classes are. And folks are talking about how can we expand those further and have an even greater reach in the community. So you're already having an excellent impact. So I'd like to leave you with a quote from an author. You might not know the quote, but you know the author pretty well. He said, "You will never leave where you are until you decide where you will rather be. The day you make a decision about your life is the day your world will change. You have all it takes to move decisively towards your goals." Dr. Daniel, thank you for those wonderful motivational comments. I say he's ready to take some notes and then figured I was highlighting you there. So again, want to congratulate the entire class for the great work that you have done. Excited to see that you're all using this experience to uplift your communities and Columbus as a whole, and look forward, as you come back as alumni, to hear what great things that you're doing. Now it's my pleasure to bring up a member of City Council who has really been a trailblazer in her work, coining the term IRMA in our community, and really making sure to place an emphasis on our migrants, immigrants, everybody who's coming together to really add vibrancy and excitement to our community. With that, Councilmember?
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. And first and foremost, I want to offer apologies for my tardiness. I was not just running on Latino time. I'm not sure what is happening in the city of Columbus, but what's usually like a 10-minute drive was like a 20-minute drive today that I did not anticipate. So first and foremost, I bring you greetings from the Columbus City Council. And I want to take time before I go into my remarks to just salute a couple different groups that are here, and if I could have your help in doing so. So if you are an alumni of NALA, if you've been through NALA before, if you could please stand up for just a second. So all of our alumni, if you could give them a round of applause. And it's important because I think, whether you were in the founding class or the class that just graduated previously, we stand on the shoulders of everyone who has done anything before us, right? They helped to build it. They helped to solidify the program. They helped to make it better. I was even looking in the program that the 2020 class added a pledge and a motto, right? And so every year it gets better because of the people who have been in NALA. So if you are part of this class of NALA, please stand up. If you could give them a round of applause. So obviously this entire time you can go ahead and have a seat. We're going to salute you, but I'm going to come back to you in just a second. And then the last group that I want to acknowledge, if you are friends or family, someone who is in NALA currently, if you could all please stand up. And if you could give them a big round of applause. No, bigger round of applause. Because this is the thing, right? Everything, you can go ahead and have a seat. Everything that we do, we never walk a journey alone, right? We always walk it in partnership with people who make it possible for us to do that. And our friends and our family and our community members and the people who support us to make sure that whether it's someone gets picked up or dinner is on the table or just giving you the space to do this, to invest in yourself, or even listening to all the things that happen when you were at NALA. I know my poor husband every day gets a download of a city council meeting or a community meeting or something else, even when he doesn't want to hear it. I don't always think he's listening, but he acts like he does, and that's a good thing. So I just want to thank the friends and family who are here and who made it possible for you all to go through this experience. If you do not know my story, I am the daughter daughter of immigrants. My parents came to this country as political refugees from Cuba in 1970. And Columbus was a very, very different city. It was, it did not have the diversity that we had now. I remember being a little kid and walking through a grocery store or department store and hearing someone else speak Spanish, and we were immediately like, "Hi, where are you from? Do you want to be friends? How can we get connected? Let's exchange phone numbers." There wasn't community centers, and there wasn't cultural clubs, and there wasn't places for people to go to. My father actually owned the first Latino food store in the city of Columbus in the 80s. I like to say my parents were like pioneers here in the Great Plains of Ohio. But that store really was more than just a store. It was really a meeting place. I mean, we spent so much time in the store that my dad actually built on another room. So not only could my family have dinner there together, but that after the store closed, when all his friends came, my parents' friends came, they would play dominoes and talk politics and build community together. And that's the thing that we all know how to do. When you come to a new place, you find your people and you start to build community. And we've seen for the decades that my parents have been here and the decades that I've been alive, how the city has changed and how very organically folks from across the immigrant, migrant, refugee, diaspora, wherever in the world you have come from, you have built community here. And not only have you built community for the sake of you and your people and your families, but you do it also for the city of Columbus. We held a series of town halls called Immigrants Make Columbus because immigrants have built the city. Immigrants built this country. That is what America's promise was people who came here seeking freedoms. And even if our forefathers could not have envisioned this room with the freedoms that all of us had, it's about taking the principles and redefining them for who we are today. It's about ensuring that justice and democracy, we just had an election yesterday that no matter where your own beliefs lie, it was important and groundbreaking because the people made their voices heard. Because you saw democracy in action. You saw us voting our values as a community for our schools, for our libraries, for our values, for policies that have held people back for years and years. And so coming to NALA is only one part of your leadership journey of making our city better for everyone. And it's important that if you look at this room, this really is Columbus. This is every corner of Columbus. This isn't just Northland. This isn't just the east side or the south side. This is every corner, every pocket, every neighborhood of Columbus. You help to make the city better. You help to make the city greater. You help to make the city vibrant. You help to make it a place that people want to be. By going to a restaurant or a cultural event, by sharing our traditions and our culture and our community with the greater community, you make us all better. By being closer to each other, we understand each other's humanity. And that's why programs like NALA are so incredibly important, because it gives us the space to allow our diversity and our differences to be celebrated in ways that other places might not always do, might not always do a good job of. And I want to thank Abdi for creating that space so intentionally for our folks across the diaspora. And I want to thank the mayor and the Department of Neighborhoods for making this a priority for the city of Columbus, for identifying that this was a need for the growing and changing population of Columbus. As we look at our population growth, immigrants, migrants, and refugees are the #1 factor behind why our city is growing and will continue to grow. If we look at projections, when we talk about the city doubling in population from nearly 1 million to 2 to maybe 3 million, 1 million of those folks in the region will be folks from this community. So that's why it's important to ensure that you are at all levels of leadership, from your neighborhood and civic associations, from the Columbus City Council, and all the way up to the State House and more, because our perspectives help to change the conversation. So I am so honored to be an honorary member of this community because, unfortunately, I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit of a fangirl of NALA. I should make it over my time. I'll spend like a different session with each one so I feel like I've gotten the experience. But I want to thank you all for taking this time. I want to thank you for, I don't want to say for the leadership that you're going to do because all of you are already leading. Right? You are already finding ways to lead. It's about coming together. And what's most important is that we don't just lead in the communities that we come from or that look like us, but the strength of all of us together in this room, that's where the real power is. So I want to ensure that you leave with that message. So it's not just about coming out into the world and representing this community, but truly and intentionally building power and community here together across the immigrant, migrant, refugee diaspora. So thank you so much again for your service. Our office is always open should you need anything. We are only one phone call away. I am so glad to be a partner with you in this work, and congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, council member. Always, we'll have to get your own certificate now for after this many. You're definitely an honorary alumni of the program, so we appreciate that. Being, as you all are leaders and managers and that, I'm sure you know it's easy to be a manager and a boss when you have great team members who work with you. So I want to recognize Abdi and Lindora for their tremendous efforts in bringing this year together. So thank you. It's just wonderful to work with them and see how they bring this program together and shape it every year. As Councilmember mentioned, NALA would not be possible without the support of Mayor Ginther, and his vision and leadership made it possible to have the program. While he's apologized that he can't be with us tonight, he did put together a brief video of some congratulatory remarks that we want to share with you right now.
Congratulations on completing the New American Leadership Academy. You are joining an amazing group of over 120 NALA alumni who represent over 40 different national origins and speak more than 50 different languages. We are fortunate so many new Americans call Columbus home. Our business, nonprofit, and arts communities are all stronger and more vibrant as a result. We recognize it takes all of us working together to ensure an equitable future with improved economic stability, stronger health and well-being, and safer, more resilient neighborhoods for everyone, including our immigrant and refugee communities. It is for this reason that your participation in NALA is so important. I know each of you identified the ways you will put your new knowledge to work. What you do next will help to make sure Columbus is a smart, welcoming, and vibrant city for all. Congratulations again, and thank you for your commitment to contributing to the future success of Columbus. Congratulations on completing the New American Leader.
Hello. Are you all excited? Okay. We are moving on. I did tell you about going across continents tonight, and I have the distinct honor of introducing our speaker from the alumni family. But before bringing her up or inviting her to the podium, I'd like to just talk a little about who's in the house. Tonight, first on the list, we have Nigeria in the house. Or Niger, as we'll always also say, Niger in the house. We have, from the NALA cohort, we have 2 members that are graduating tonight who were born in the United States and who we see as advocates going out there to help to bring new Americans and generational Americans, as others may say, together, to work along with us, to come up with strategies to see how we really bring the both communities together to support each other. Tonight, we also have Eritrea in the house. Nepal, namaste. Guinea, Guinea-Conakry. We have Somalia. We have Haiti, Ghana, Aqaba, Algeria. See Hasiba beautifully dressed. We have Mexico, the Democratic Republic of Congo. We have Rwanda, Muraho. We have Bhutan, Kuzuzangpola. Kuzuzangpola. Okay, there you go. We have Liberia, the LIB. We have Afghanistan. Assalamu alaikum. And we have India. Namaskar. Bienvenue, Aqaba, Obisimila, Ekabo. Welcome. Tonight, as I said, it is a distinct honor to introduce to you our alumni speaker, because she and I graduated in 2021 from NALA. We spent months together, we learned together, we experimented together, and it's a pleasure today to be the one to introduce her, not just as any NALA member, but as the Community Relations Coordinator of the Department of Neighborhoods. It is indeed a pleasure. Today we will have Daisy Oyola, who is originally from Puerto Rico. She works with a nonprofit that's involved with dealing with issues of discrimination, sexual violence, and whatnot. She received her Bachelor of Science degree in criminal justice from the Inter-American University in Puerto Rico. She is also a notary public, and she completed her Juris Doctorate at Capital University. She is an author, a recent author. She wrote a book titled, I Was Born Latina, I Am Latina, and I Would Die Latina. Wow. That book was published in 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, I invite to the podium Ms. Ayola.
Good evening, New American Leadership Academy 2023. Special guests and members of the city. It's a pleasure to be here with you this evening. I'm here to congratulate all of you completing your cohort. As a past NALA alumni, I know that many of you, this moment is very special, but I also know that were days of sacrifice to be here. We are celebrating today your achievements. This academy not only taught me to continue serving the community, but motivated me to become a leader for the community. During the academy, I met wonderful people who contributed to my professional growth. Today, I tell you that this is just the beginning of your leadership. There is too much still to do for our communities. Congratulations, Cohort 2023. Remember always that your work and effort as leaders will impact our city. Now, Cohort 2023, I would like ask you all to stand up and put your pins on. Many of you already have them. Good. With this, you're now officially welcome to the NALA alumni family. Welcome, and thank you so much.
Yeah. Welcome to the family. Please be seated. Thank you. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for is award time. I will now invite to the podium Council Member Todd. Abdi, you also help us with the bags. We will go through the list, and as we call your name, please come up front and receive your award. First on the list, Daniel Ajayi. Daniel is from Nigeria and has been a resident. I think you guys need to be here. Yeah.
Okay, we'll go that way.
Yeah, you should be handing it out to him.
We'll go that way.
Yeah, please, that way. All right, so I'll read a short bio and then you hand it over. All right, well, Daniel is from Nigeria and he has been a resident of Columbus for the past 7 years. He is a vice chairperson of the North Linden Area Commission. Commissioner Ajayi is an author of 12 books and music albums. After NALA, he plans to run for public office in the future, and his favorite quote is, "Face one course until it's successful." Congratulations. Next up, is Taiwo Oluwawemimo Akinlami. That is Niger. Taiwo was born and raised in Nigeria. He is a published author, a court-appointed special advocate for children in Columbus, Franklin County since 2021, and has been recognized by the U.S. government as a person of extraordinary ability in child safety, safeguarding, family strengthening, and rights-based parenting. He plans on engaging more in community and nonprofit leadership development initiatives. His favorite quote is, "The world is a marketplace. Sacrifices are its rewards." Congratulations, Taiwo. Next up is Eternity Baller. She's not here, but I'll just read her bio and we'll hand her award to her later. Eternity was born and raised in Columbus. She is both a Gilman and Barnard Scholar. She is also a Spelman College alumna who serves as a youth service manager for the Columbus Metropolitan Library, the Barnett branch. As next steps, Eternity plans to pursue graduate studies and obtain her PhD in public policy. Her favorite quote is by Audre Lorde, who declared, if I didn't define myself for myself, I would be crushed into other people's fantasies for me and eaten alive." Eternity, we say congratulations to you, and again, we will hand over her award. Next up is Nene Adama Jallo. Nene is originally from Guinea-Conakry and has been residing in Columbus for over 6 years. She is the founder and executive director of Women for Success and the president of Mamounes, two nonprofits promoting women empowerment and social justice. Nene plans to join her local civic association, and her favorite quote is by Eleanor Roosevelt: "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." Congratulations, Nene. Next up is Marianne Abi Dwale. Marianne is originally from Somalia and has been a resident of Columbus for the last 18 years. She is a mother, a grandmother, but also a health and human service advocate with over 10 years of nonprofit leadership experience. Marianne currently serves as a North Linden Area Commissioner and is convinced that she thrives in helping others. Commissioner Dwale plans to continue serving her community and eventually run for a public office. Her favorite quote is, "The best of you is the one that benefits others." Congratulations, Marianne. Yeah, maybe we should. Abdi, maybe we should pull this.
Yeah. Oh, that's it.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, I need the background.
Leadership means flexibility.
Yep. Thank you. Next up is Sophia. Sophia Peerless was born in Port-au-Prince, Haiti, and has been in the United States for over 30 years, with 14 of those spent in Columbus. She is a licensed physical therapy practitioner with 20 years of experience. She is an entrepreneur, a community activist, and the owner of Faveur and Company Services. After her NALA journey, Sophia plans to continue to grow as a leader and remain the voice for the growing Haitian community in Columbus. Her favorite quote is by Michelle Rhee, who said, "If people are doubting how far you can go, go so far that you can't hear them anymore." Congratulations, Sophia. Next up is Isaac Famier. He is not here. I'll read his bio. Isaac is originally from Ghana and has been a resident of Columbus for the last 10 years. He is a financial professional with masters in financial economics and a project management professional certified degree by the Project Management Institute. Isaac is the executive director of the African Diaspora Empowerment Network, ADNET, a nonprofit providing support for New American integration. After here, Isaac plans to get involved with his area commission to learn more about the commission and eventually join the commission. We say congratulations to Isaac. We now move to Algeria. Hasiba Kia Makour. Hasiba was born in Amazigh, Algeria, and has called Columbus home for the last 23 years. She has a Master's of Science degree in engineering and is a former professor of the Columbus State Community College, where she spent 11 years teaching engineering and mathematics. She speaks multiple languages and is the founder and executive director of Advanced Technology, Amazigh American Association, but she's also the president of a women's movement based in Nigeria. Hasiba plans, in Algeria. Hasiba plans to run for public office to represent the Amazigh community in Columbus. Congratulations, Hasiba. Next up is Perla Martinet. Perla was born and raised in Mexico and immigrated to the United States 11 years ago. She holds a bachelor's degree in English language and a master's degree in education. She currently works as the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Administrator at the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion for the Franklin County Board of Commissioners. Perla intends to continue promoting education around Latina LGBTQIA+ issues, including accessibility, representation, as well as fighting for the advancement of New American and disabled communities within the institutions providing service. Her favorite quote is by Nelson Mandela, who once said, "What counts in life is not the mere fact that we've lived. It is what difference we have made to the lives of others that will determine the significance of the lives we lead." Congratulations, Perla. This train is now moving to Somalia. Sudi Mahmoud. Next up. Sudi was born in Somalia and has called Columbus home for about 12 years. She's a wife and a mother of 8, a community leader, and an entrepreneur. Sudi founded the Newcomers Foundation, a nonprofit helping to provide access to resources and integration support, and is preparing to receive a bachelor's degree in psychology next month. Her favorite quote is by Albert Einstein, who said, "Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving." Congratulations, Sudi. We now move to the DRC. Yes, Dolly Mulembo. Dolly was born and raised in the Democratic Republic of Congo. He moved to Columbus 5 years ago with his family, and he's a researcher and a physician. He plans to use the knowledge acquired to help promote civic engagement initiatives across Columbus, but specifically help his peers in his local groups and communities to develop their leadership capacities. Dr. Mulevo's favorite quote is, "Where there is life, there is hope." Congratulations, Dolly. This train has a lot of fuel, so we're moving. We now go to Rwanda. Uitonda Nikumana. Uitonda is originally from Rwanda and has called Columbus home for the past 10 years. She currently works with the Jewish Family Services as a career consultant. She plans to use what she learned from NALA to better assist new immigrants in her community as they come to America and begin their resettlement journey. Her favorite quote is, "You can lead a horse to the water, but you cannot make it drink." Congratulations, Uitonda. We go now to Ghana. Patrick C. Osborne. Patrick was born and raised in Ghana. He came to the United States at the age of 28, but has lived in Columbus for about 8 years, for about 8 of those years, and he spends time in between Columbus and Cincinnati. He is a former U.S. Marine and IRS agent. He holds a Master's of Science in Business from the Boston University and a Bachelor's of Science degree from the University of Ghana Business School. As a financial services professional, he plans to continue running his business and eventually run for public office. His favorite quote is, "Don't ever give up. The impossible is not what you cannot do, but what you do not want to do." Congratulations, Patrick. We now go on to Bhutan. Harry Pyakurel. Harry originates from Bhutan. He spent 18 years in a refugee camp in Nepal where he received an education and then moved to the United States in 2008. Harry has been a resident of Columbus for 10 years. He speaks multiple languages, works as a community analyst and health worker at the Ohio State University, and is pursuing a degree in public health at the Ohio State University's College of Public Health. After NALA, he plans to work with the city of Columbus to connect the community with resources. His favorite quote is, "Whatever the great man does, the same can be done by others, and whatever standards he sets, the world follows same." Congratulations, Harry. We go back to Nigeria. Rashid. Rashid is from Nigeria, West Africa. He has called Columbus home for 5 years and have since been engaged at community level where he serves in various capacities as a journalist, as chaplain, as imam, and community activist. He associates with nonprofits, including the Nigerian Muslim Community Center in Columbus, and is an entrepreneur working with his team to grow his business called MR Services, LLC, doing business as My Afro Foods, which is a Nigerian food trailer serving the north side of Columbus. Rashid plans to join his local civic association, attend civic area commission meetings to learn about what they're doing, and eventually join. Interestingly, Rashid also plans on running for public office, but specifically to remove Mayor Ginther after his 3rd term. He felt that he wasn't prepared for this round, so he's waiting for the next. Rashid's favorite quote is, "What is destined for you won't miss you. What misses you isn't destined for you." Congratulations, Rashid.
The mayor and him is friends. They're friends.
They're friends. Well, the mayor doesn't know the secret. Okay,
I need to figure out what district everyone lives in.
exactly. Okay, we're now moving around. Here, we come back to the United States, 1 foot here, 1 foot in Eritrea. Demsas Radey. Demsas was born and raised in Columbus. He is a first-generation Eritrean American and helms the reins of service as a badge of honor with the Columbus Department of Police. He is currently a police recruiter for the Columbus Police Department. As a passionate leader, Officer Radey plans to continue helping to bring out the best in people through respect and compassion, but also provide support for their success. His favorite quote is, "People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care." Congratulations, Officer Radey. And now we move to the LIB, Liberia. Joseph Sowell. Joseph was born in Liberia. Joseph was born in Liberia and has been a resident of Columbus since 2011. He is an alumnus of the Ohio State University and currently works as a tech consultant. Joe is a United States combat veteran. He is an active member of the Liberian community, serving on the board of the Federation of Liberians in Ohio, and has completed numerous international projects. After NALA, he plans to continue being a global citizen and a change agent for the Liberian community. His favorite quote is by Rwandan President Paul Kagame, who said that development is about more than money or machines or good policies. It's about real people and the lives they lead. Congratulations, Joe. Now we move to Afghanistan. Lal Shafiq. Lal was born in Kabul, Afghanistan. He moved to the United States in 2021 as a result of recent political crisis. He has a Bachelor of Law degree from Kabul, Afghanistan. His employment journey started with the Jewish Family Services in August 2022 as a career consultant. After 7 months and still with the Jewish Family Services, Lal switched sections. He moved from the employment to resettlement sessions, where he now works as a case officer. He speaks 6 languages and loves his job. After NALA, Lal plans to do more in terms of supporting newcomers and help them, and hope to start a collection initiative aimed at collecting unwanted possessions and donations from schools, mosques, businesses, and community centers to help advance his community engagement goal. Congratulations. Now, last but not least, we move to India. Sinath Sheikh. Sinath originates from India and has called Columbus home for 21 years. She is a passionate nonprofit leader who enjoys multicultural experiences, connecting people and communities to empower them to accomplish greater good. Her areas of interest include refugee assimilation, youth mentorship, orphan care, women empowerment, entrepreneurship, financial literacy, and education. She is a servant leader and a community facilitator. After NALA, she plans to start engaging more actively with local commissions and nonprofits to promote but also celebrate diversity in her neighborhood and community. Her favorite quote is by Rumi, who said, "What you seek is seeking after you." Congratulations, Ines. Congratulations, everyone. You may now take your seat. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Well, congratulations again. My job here is now done. I'll now hand things over to Abdi Sofi.
So, each class, we have a tradition to have a class speaker. So, would you please help me to welcome the featured speaker tonight before my closing remarks? She did, by the way, she did that intentionally. I think she wanted me to yield. She wanted to yield it to me, Lindora, to have the privilege to welcome the 2023 NALA 2023 class speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Mr. Joe Sawo.
Shaking out the nerves real quick. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited to be here with you today. Within my native country, we like to say, all protocols observed. Meaning I don't have to go and thank everybody, but my name is Joseph Sawo, and as I said, I'm proud to stand here with you today as a proud member of the New American Leadership Academy, Cohort 2023. I'm from the beautiful city of Monrovia, Liberia, and came to the United States in 1997. I grew up in Philadelphia and made Columbus my home in 2012. My native country is rich in history as freed slaves from all over the world, notably the United States, Barbados, England, went back to Africa and established Africa's oldest republic in 1847. In fact, the 5th president of Liberia is from right here in Newark, Ohio. Moreover, during the 2022 World Cup, the first goal scored by America's men's national team was scored by Timothy Weah, the son of current President George Weah. Right. I share that brief history for 2 reasons. One, whenever I get a chance to talk about Liberia, I do so proudly. And 2, because I am standing here with the microphone, and I can proudly tell my cohort, specifically Dr. Daniel, Rashid, Tao, Patrick, who are from Nigeria and Ghana respectively, that Liberia has the best jollof rice, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm grateful to the cohort to be chosen as the class speaker because the state of Ohio and the country of Liberia helped shape my identity. Now, there'll be moments in this speech that I would need your participation. Some will come naturally, and other I may prompt you to do so. So let's give it a try. There has been 6 other cohorts before this cohort here, but NALA Cohort 2023 is the best NALA cohort yet. I see you all are natural. Now, before you call me biased, allow me to brag about this cohort. NALA Cohort 2023 spans across 3 continents, 28 languages, 5+ associate's degrees, 15+ bachelor's degrees, 10+ master's degrees, 2 lawyer, 2 PhD doctorate, 1 medical doctorate, 17+ certifications, 9 micro and small business owners, 2 area commissioners, 2 religious leader, a City of Columbus police officer, 2 United States military veteran, and over $5 million owned in the City of Columbus. Ladies and gentlemen, NALA Cohort 2023. To the City of Columbus, Columbus Department of Neighborhood under the leadership of Mayor Andrew Ginter, we say thank you. Specifically, Director Carla Williams, Deputy Director Todd Defenderfer, I say thank you for your leadership and advocacy in making NALA a reality. To our new leader, Lindora Dyer, thank you for coming on board, offering your time and not missing our beat. To our fearless leader, Abdi, we've called you as early as 5 a.m. and texted you as late as 11 p.m. You've always made yourself available. You are a phenomenal leader. Thank you. So please put your hands together for our leadership. So why NALA? What do leaders take away from another leadership experience? See, there are certain moments that are important in people's lives. A moment you can point to and say, this moment changed my life. For some, graduating college, buying their first home, getting married, leaving that forsaken job, for most is giving their life to God. Those moments all have one thing in common. We may not know what will happen afterwards, but we do know that we are taking that risk, that leap of faith, that opportunity that what's on the other side has the potential to be better than where we are right now. For some immigrants, my family included, is leaving our home country, leaving everything you've ever known behind to pursue a life in another country, in another city. Columbus, Ohio is that city we chose to live in. Columbus, Ohio is our home. We've studied here. We've prayed here. We've raised a family here. We've buried loved ones here. We've made a home here. So at NALA, we have been fortunate, my cohort, we have been fortunate to be looked at as leaders in an overall success story. Now, I highlighted some of our collective accolades earlier. Like for me, I'm blessed that I have multiple degrees and certifications. I work at a Big Four accounting firm, and my firm and job is what you would call prestigious. I can go to any major city, go to the high rise and look over the city. But I know that all that I am, I owe it to my family. What that affords me with such a prestigious firm is that I can pay the bills and the occasional Chick-fil-A sandwich. But again, all that I am, I owe it to my family's sacrifices. So, and my colleagues will say just the same now. My colleagues are just so inspirational. You heard as they got the awards. I could be here all day highlighting them, but allow me to share a couple stories with you. Shafiq from Afghanistan. He claims he does not speak English well, but will make sure his voice is heard. And he was instrumental in helping the men and women come home from the Middle East. Sudi, while raising 8 children, is still finding time to put herself through school to let her kids know they could do anything they set their mind to. Marianne, a Linden, Ohio area commissioner, a humble and servant leader, business owner of a thriving nonprofit while completing her PhD at The Ohio State University. Demzas, a quiet leader, but is the testament to bridging that gap between law enforcement and the community. Now, I can go on all day and highlight everybody, but we'll be here all day. I want to say I'm proud of you. We, NALA, we are living the American dream. The American dream was coined by James Truslow in 1931, and is the belief that anyone, despite where you're from, can attain their own version of success. NALA cohort, we have accomplished that dream, but the job is not done. When we go to our native countries, to our cities here in Columbus, and we see our people chasing that same dream to have their version of the American dream, we realize the job is not done. When we see that little boy and girl that reminds us of ourselves, that are struggling in school because they have not assimilated to American culture, we realize the job is not done. When we see that single parent working 2 jobs to provide, and yet their kids have to be the one to read their lease and translate contractual documents, we realize the job is not done. To you, family and friends, when you are at work and you see your colleagues discriminated against because their English is seasoned with the worldview that is different from their employers, you realize the job is not done. So that is why we apply to NALA, because we want to be better leaders, better versions of ourselves, to put ourselves in uncomfortable conversations, in uncomfortable situations, so we can continue to grow as leaders and be better advocates. There is no other leadership program that can give you a global perspective while offering local leadership training like NALA can. So with NALA, we learn to be better advocates for our community. We learn how the city is run through civic engagement sessions. We network with city council, judges, officers, city attorneys, and business owners. We volunteer our time through civic engagement sessions, Rise Up events, and we even help establish Africa Day here in Columbus, Ohio. We were challenged through conflict resolution training, public speaking training, social and emotional intelligence training. We learned how Columbus does business through the Columbus way. All of those training sessions were effective when we came together to complete our group project. Our group project focused on citizenship and partnering with the local community organization, CHRIS, to promote citizenship resources to the Columbus community. We chose this project because we wanted to offer resources for the new Americans community. In addition to citizenship, we wanted to promote volunteerism as well as youth advocacy. We partnered with the Barnett Branch Library and hosted a New American Resource Fair. I'm proud to say the fair had 15 vendors, but yet we had over 200 attendees. In addition to the fair, we continued our partnership with the library to create a continual impact by establishing English as a second language at that library. Additionally, we provided the City of Columbus a New American Resource booklet that has citizenship resources for new Americans right here in Columbus, Ohio. With what we learned with NALA, we leveraged the strength from each team members, the lessons learned from our civic engagement sessions, and we served our community. That is NALA in action. So in conclusion, the New American Leadership Academy is a testament that with an opportunity and support of your community, a new American can achieve their version of the American dream. This academy helped us be better leaders to take one step closer to getting that job done. NALA Cohort 2023 spreads across 3 continents, but Columbus, Ohio is our home. We will challenge our home to be better, yet we will love our home, we will protect our home, and we will continue to be leaders so we can make our home better. Thank you.
That's it. No standing ovations. Would you please give him another round of applause? Mr. Sawo! You know, we have a tradition to uphold and keep the time. You can say whatever you want, but one thing that you cannot say for sure is we haven't kept the time. And today, I think we're exceeding the time a little bit. And I know the CTV folks may say, how do we kind of cut and slice and dice in this video because it took a little longer than the 1 hour limit. It has been a great pleasure working with you, team, with 8 months plus long. As Todd Diffenderfer mentioned earlier, the service project was amazing work that you have done. And we have a booklet, if I can sample and Lindora can help me bring copy of that book. We put it on your book bags so you can see what that little project on civic engagement, on citizenship looks like. After that, after hearing our amazing council members' speech, Mr. Joe Sawo, in the interest of time, the only one word I can share with you that have a meaningful impact, takeaways, I think that would be a collaboration. And I remember including that session on the NALA 2023 Summit, and we intend to include that because it has been established that one of the foundations in leadership involves building bridges, building relationships and collaborations. It's essential to achieving anything meaningful. And I think most of you would agree the single most significant, achievements that you have made, you were able to accomplish that through collaborations, through building, connections. And the ability that you have shown over the past 8 months was so extraordinary. And I'm not exaggerating because folks, whenever, it's the last minute event, some folks tend to exaggerate that. But seeing the firsthand, folks who have never met, most of you meeting the first time, working, with different, taking the assignment was so amazing. The reason why I use the word collaboration as a takeaway is because I know, as someone who have been doing the community engagement work for close to 20 years now, with whatever endeavor you involve, whether it's a, public service, nonprofit, engagement work, government, small business, regardless of the type of endeavor or work that you engage. Collaboration is a key to the leadership because it leads to opportunities. It leads to access. It leads to a better relationship. It leads to a growth. It leads to building better capacity in your work or business. It leads to building bridges, especially cross-cultural bridges, because of the diversity of our community. And most importantly, it leads to better understanding. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been really great pleasure working with you. We will definitely be there, and we'll be, keeping you accountable with the, unless you want to let down Daisy and her team, welcome you to the alumni, and looking forward to seeing you. Of course, the program formal training sessions ended, but the activities and the type of work that you do every day will continue, and will be there for you. Many of the projects that we work on a daily basis on different communities, involves with tapping our existing resources with the members of the alumni. So congratulations again. We have other gift packet on the table. We didn't want to overwhelm you because we were in the middle of the presentations. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Daisy. Thank you, our amazing council member. You did not mention Irma, but I know that the Immigrant Commission, our council member is also the chair of the Department of Neighborhoods. And we will invite you the opening reception for the next 2024 class. And we will like to invite you, because this also gives me an opportunity to say, I told you so, I invited you so. The September 2024 summit. So you will be the first one before anybody else to get that invitation. Time, of course, and the date to be determined. We're hoping the first or the second week of September, God willing. So thank you so very much. We have a food, refreshments. We have another 30 minutes or so. Please feel free to take as many photos as possible. Grab food outside. And that is the end of our program this evening. Thank you and congratulations again. Yeah, the photo, the group photo here. Sorry, I forgot that part. Group photo here.